want to keep today's live stream kind of short because I want you to have as much work time as possible. Today, you have probably looked, all of you, at the student daily agenda. And so you know that today there really isn't anything new out there except that study guide. So first up, well, I guess there is one new thing, and that is the Google form. So this is really just your check-in. It's a survey kind of thing that Ms. Keski and I want to do on Fridays through our distance learning to kind of make sure that we are touching base with you and getting any concerns. So one of the things that I want to remind you of is that the comments, if you make any comments like, I don't understand, I don't get chemical equations, if you want to add any information, I am the only person that can see those comments, okay? So feel free to ask questions and make those comments on there. I know I have Google met with a few people based on the fact that they said, I really aren't getting this yet, I need more help. And so then we set up a time and we Google Meet. So not a big deal, but just understand on that Google form, I'm the only one that gets to see any of those responses that you do make. So feel free to add information there, okay? Second thing, I wanted to make sure that you saw, I changed the due date on the chemical equations worksheet. So for some of you, you did it already yesterday, you turned it in, you saw I've graded it and I've returned it to you. You've checked that off the list. That's great. For some of you, I know that it was a little bit trickier. And so like I said before, I've been meeting with a few people. And so understand that that due date is 3 o'clock today now. So here's the thing. If you got 3 out of 7 or 2 out of 7, because some people did, and you want to fix it and resubmit it, I would take that. I will honestly go through and take any of your changes, okay? Even if those changes are based on corrections that I helped to make on your sheet, okay? Because really at the end of the day, I just wanna see that you know how to do this. I'm not worried as much as you are about what that score is in the grade book. I'm not worried about that. I want you to understand this, okay? So again, if you got, just a couple right out of the 7 and you wanna fix it and resubmit it, then go ahead and do that. Once we're done with the live meet here, I'll try to correct a bunch and go through that and return those to you so that you can see how you did, and then you can have a second shot at it if you need one, okay? Then the study guide, which some of you already started working on yesterday, and that's great. Excuse me. So the study guide is going to get turned in by Monday morning. I have the due date time as 6 a.m. on Monday morning. I don't think any of you want to be up at 6 a.m. just to click submit. So make sure that you use this time today, that you get as much done on it as you can so that you can get it turned in. And then it's in the grade book. We're just putting it in there for a few points to kind of just double check that you're understanding some things. Now, I've had a couple of emails. When we created this, we kind of forgot, I guess you could say, that we wouldn't be handing you a printed copy. So if you have already looked at it, you'll see that number 2 says label these different parts of a chemical equation. And so it's a Google Doc, so you can't just add a text box. And there's a way to do it, but it's just tricky and kind of silly. So here's what I'd like to tell you is that for number 2, if there's a word that you are not sure of, so reactants, I don't know what the reactants are, which side are they on, anything like that, then I need you to go to your book or one of the slide presentations, look it up, make sure that you can define it or kind of describe what it is. So for number 2 on the study guide, if there isn't anything written, I will leave that on you. Basically, I want you to double check that you know what those words are and what they mean, but I'm not going to ask you to overlay text over an image and get all that. So no worries about what that looks like when you turn that one in. That's just number 2, okay? So make sure you go through those other parts. Let's see. Some of you have also let me know that you printed a copy because you would like to work on it. as a printed copy. And so yes, I'm still going to have you turn it in because it's an assignment on Google Classroom. So to be able to do that, the best or easiest way to get that accomplished would be to take pictures of your finished study guide. Then you're going to do that with your Chromebook or your phone, whichever works best for you, whichever you know how to utilize the best. Once you get those pictures, then you're going to have to add them or get them to your Google Drive, okay? So you can do that by going to Google Drive and you click New, and then it allows you to add to your drive, and you're going to add pictures. And then I would insert those pictures onto a Google slide presentation, okay? So 2 pictures per slide works really well. I've had other students do this with their science starters or with their binder check. Simply, it's just an easier way to be able to turn in pictures. Otherwise, I get 17 emails with all of these pictures attached, okay? So insert them onto Google Slides and then just share that slide presentation with me. And that's all you have to do. Share it with Melissa Weffworth, and then I get a notification that it's turned in. And then that will, you can add it to from your drive to the assignment in Google Classroom, or you can share it with me and I'll count it towards the gradebook anyway. Okay, either one of those is acceptable. Then the last thing that I really wanted to just remind you of is that yes, the test is on Monday. And so the test obviously has to be a digital test, so you'll have access to that all day on Monday. It will close at 3 o'clock on Monday. So here's the thing that I want you to hear. If you have science first hour or second hour, don't feel you have to take it at that earlier time in the day. If you need some time to kind of get through the study guide and look through it and make sure that you understand everything, then take it at 1 o'clock. That's okay. So once you take it though, or once you start it, then you really gotta kind of keep moving and take it. Socrative, which is what we'll use again on Monday, doesn't like when you leave a test document open for a long time. So I don't want you to lose your progress or have it glitch out on you, okay? So if there's a technical issue along the way, let me know, but I see every time you open it. So if you open it and you only get 3 questions done and then you close it, then you open it again, you have to put your name in again. I see all of those different attempts listed there. So if something happens and your internet glitches out and there's an issue, email me and let me know. It's not a problem, okay? But otherwise, just know that I kind of watch and then I'll take probably the first score unless I hear from you, okay? So kind of short and sweet today, but that's really all the information that I have. I just wanted to make sure that you went through the Google slide that is the daily agenda today. So just know that I want you to have time to work on that study guide because I think it's really important for you to be prepared for Monday, okay? If you have questions about the chemical equations or questions about the study guide, then please let me know. Email me, Google Meet with me, we're just one-on-one because that's easy. Most of the time it just takes a minute or 2 and we can just square away any questions that you might have, okay? So that's all I have for you today.